Hey there, welcome to my trash hoard. If you know me at all, you'll know that I'm a gay, I'm a furry, I'm queer. I'm very vocal about a wide variety of progressive issues. You'll know all these things. So obviously, when Trump's social media app was announced, I was extremely excited. Brief recap, you might have not heard about this because it was kind of on the down low, it was very subtle, but basically Trumpy, he, I hate to say it, he incited a terrorist attack, like the end of democracy kind of thing. And the punishment handed it down from the highest authority in the land was to ban him from Twitter, off of Twitter. So sad. So he decided to make his own app. After all, how hard could it be? If this app isn't working, where are all the patriots going? That's how I came across this app called Getter. It's a right-wing social media website, and it is just full of good content, and I thought it would be interesting to look at. Honestly, when I first opened up the app, I was surprised. It's relatively innocuous. It just suggested to me Matthew Santoro, who you might remember he used to make those list videos. What? Why is he on this website? That's weird. This is enthralling content. Okay, let's see what else we got. The Epoch Times, which is a independent award-winning reporting based on truth and tradition. What they don't tell you is they are funded in part by a cult. It's actually, I swear to God, that's real. I don't want to go into that. Let's see what else we find. The Daily Mail, InfoWars, Matt Walsh. These are all people that everybody loves. Somebody who I always love to hear from is Tucker Carlson. He always has these very interesting, thought-provoking, do you want to hear my Tucker Carlson impression? Yesterday, while ordering food, the woman I was talking to demanded I leave immediately. I asked her, "Is this because of my political beliefs?" She said no, and that I had no right to be in her house. So I crawled out the window that I came through. It's been another tough week for NPR. So this is some sort of discussion about behavior. Shut up. This is a little thing about NPR. Now I know what you're thinking. Hold on, Avery. Hold on. You're biased. All right. And that's correct. I am biased. I enjoy NPR. I've been interviewed on NPR before. Shout out to my friends over at Michigan Radio. That's my first radio appearance. That's right. I've been on the radio twice, 2 times, count them. And I actually recently got to talk to Jad Abumrad and some other folks, so I'm definitely biased.
Because NPR is about so much more than facts. NPR is about attitude and style.
NPR is about attitude and style. Jesus, Terry Gross is renowned for her attitude and style. I can't take Tucker seriously when he peddles just nonsense on his show. I don't know how many cases of him just saying things that are, at the very least, extremely misleading and at the worst, untrue on his show.
Women's colleges are adapting their admissions policies to reflect a shift in the way that people understand gender.
Who belongs at a women's college? Until recently, the answer would have been pretty obvious. Women who don't like men belong at a women's college.
Women who don't like men. All this is a story NPR ran about non-binary people and trans people at women's colleges, and that's an interesting topic, I suppose. They're saying that if you're non-binary, you're not allowed in, and that's kind of, I mean, where do gender queer people fall? Certainly it's an interesting thing to discuss, but Tucker seems pretty shocked. I think one of the issues with me making some kind of commentary video is that anybody I were to criticize can just say, hey, you're a furry, shut up. But I know what I am, and nobody hates me more than myself, so you can suck it. Michael Jackson spotted on live television.
Sunday, you may have found yourself on the couch, idly flipping around the TV dial. And
The TV dial? It would make a lot of sense if Tucker was a time traveler. He dialed his TV dial just a little bit too far to the right, and he traveled 100 years in time. It would explain some of his opinions.
Now, to be clear, this wasn't video of Michael Jackson performing his hit songs in the 19... It was fully, undeniably Michael Jackson talking on television. We're not theologians here.
We're not theologians here. This woman kicked me out of her house, not because I broke in, but because my beliefs didn't align to her liberal agenda.
We can only show you what we saw. Here it is.
There's nothing more important.
I think Tucker Carlson would do better in comedy than news reporting, so great. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dr. Oz TV show Doctor. He always seems like a nice guy. He's very charismatic. Everybody likes Dr. Oz. Not really. I'm about to go into it. Just be patient. I'm going to explain. He's actually pretty controversial because he's promoted a lot of stuff that isn't true. And as a doctor, you're kind of not supposed to do that. Naturally, when you're somebody that is controversial and says lies for money, you run for political office. So he is running for the Senate. Support our veterans. Law enforcement. It's just a picture of him. This is his solution to law enforcement. We're going to fix law enforcement. How are you going to fix it? God bless America. Dr. Oz is a strong supporter of our law enforcement. Yikes. I actually have a little story involving Dr. Oz. I was sitting at dinner with my family. I mentioned that Dr. Oz, his first name's Emmett. Emmett Oz. I actually like the name. I think it's a cool name. I just thought it was kind of interesting. And I was also kind of like talking about like these vitamins that he was peddling. My mom was like, no, Avery, his name's Mehmet. Mehmet Oz with an M. And I was like, Mom, get out of my room. You don't know anything about Dr. Oz. Yeah, right. Get lost, lady. She said, Avery, when I used to work for a doctor, I on multiple occasions talked to Dr. Oz on the phone. That made me feel like a total moron. That's such a brag, dude. Just imagine talking to somebody and being like, I found out Barack Obama's first name is Obama. And they're like, no, that's not correct. And you're like, what do you know? And they're like, I'm married to him. Me and my family are pretty legit. My mom talked to Dr. Oz 20 years ago, and I've been on the radio twice. The television doctors aren't great. Dr. Phil is basically just a show using people with problems or mental illnesses for money and like parading them around on TV. Dr. Oz likes to just say a bunch of things on a show that aren't true. There's the vitamin thing that I mentioned. I also saw that he tweeted at one point that astrology can tell us a lot about your health. Whatever you want to believe in terms of astrology as a fun thing, it's fine, but it's not science. It's not real health advice. You can't say that. You can't do that. When you blend the lines of what is accepted medical knowledge and fakery, my phone represents fakery, people die. It's like a serious thing. Say, for example, imagine a virus broke out and people were dying all over the place, and then a doctor or a powerful politician said, hey, this pill that doesn't help, it helps, take it. And then a bunch of people died. That would be crazy. I was kind of surprised to see that he's an anti-masker. I heard he was running for political office, and I thought as a doctor and running as a Republican, maybe he would bring some kind of like moderating influence, like a Mitt Romney thing. But that's not the case. I was foolish. I was foolish to think that. The Washington establishment is pushing a radical leftist agenda. Oh, this is fascinating. I'm in the comments here, and it looks like people are mad at him because he's secretly a liberal. I'm really shocked by this. He's using all this very common right-wing rhetoric, this idea that Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi are the epitomes of socialism and leftism. And I think that's so funny because anybody who's met a communist in real life can tell you that none of them are a big fan of Nancy Pelosi. That's really fascinating. This looks good. Pluto's return and the rebirth of individual freedom. Trump winner 1 says, it's also my niece's 2nd birthday today. Oh, I love it when old people just share random facts about their life in comments. I find that kind of endearing. Okay, yeah, I'm done. You might be wondering why I made another channel. I feel like there's a lot of videos I want to make, a lot of things I would like to talk about, but I feel like on my main channel, there's subjects I should adhere to. I don't want to just upload random things because the algorithm really seems to dislike that. So I wanted to create a new channel where maybe I could do some more kind of like more casual things. I'm watching a lot of commentary videos these days, so I really find a lot of that stuff very fascinating. I kind of wanted to get into it myself, so I thought this would be a good way to give it a try. So if you like this video, let me know, and maybe I'll make more. Bye.